the 7th of December 2022. I want to greet every Ambazonian and 21 gun salute to those that are on home front and to that you are doing the right thing. And nobody should be anywhere to frighten you, to make you to think that you are making an error. Self-determination and self-defense is a legal process in the articles of the United Nations. And I want to let you know that America is not the United Nations. And so whatever you are doing in self-defense in your hometown, you are doing the right thing. Today in our program, our Amba history, we will be receiving a seasoned elder and a statesman of Ambazonia who has stood the test on home front, defied La République du Cameroon, and told La République du Cameroon that if you don't know anything, I want to let you know that our Father knows knows our name, that we are Ambazonian people. We are not La République du Cameroon. We're formerly called former British Southern Cameroons. It went over to West Cameroon, and in the name of West Cameroon, we did a lot of things that are very evident in our history. And when we got to what they call Federal Republic of Cameroon, little was known about British and West Cameroon because La République opened its mouth and tried to swallow us completely at that time. And everything and anything that was for us, like the university that President Kennedy of America proposed for Bambili, Ahijo subtly stole it away and destroyed everything that was to make us to be what we should be. Our Amba Technical College that was already removing and producing engineers who started building the bridges in Ambazonia, at that time West Cameroon, were gradually aped out. Our scientists and the IT gurus were taken over to the Republic of Cameroon. Some of them were brainwashed, some of them were killed, some of them were drunken to stupor, and many of those things started going on for the destruction of the people of Ambazonia. But then we stood and we said we're going to go ahead. And when our president, Dr. Sako, took over in 2018, he decided to institute, according to the local and international laws of the people of Ambazonia and the international community, the Geneva Convention, which actually instructed some of our boys who were defending the land not to encroach into La République, not to commit acts that La République is committing with impunity, because France was behind them, backing them, and telling them, go ahead. Nobody would throw your back on the ground like Amali the lizard. And unfortunately, time is catching up. I'm sure people are coming back to their conscience. And America, in the days of Donald Trump, started sanctioning La République du Cameroon. And when this regime came in, he gave like a blind eye. Meanwhile, he was watching. And now La République has insurrected and resurrected a real thorough investigation. And we all know that La République du Cameroon has always denied an action to only accept it when the satellites in the air and other mediums prove that they are the ones that have done it. And so they have now given the open ticket and the open check for atrocities to be investigated, because most of the kidnappings are done by proxies of La République du Cameroon, like Ayabache, like Atanganji boys, they are the ones that everybody knows. They have guns, they have weapons, but they have not been defending the homeland. They turned around to give and to torture homeland so that the people should give up, and then La Republique will give them the crumbs that they have always tried the Amazonian people in the past 6 decades. But unfortunately for all of them, our president, the interim government of Amazonia, instituted the Department of Spiritual Affairs that has been taking care of everything that has been going on in Amazonia. And the key verse is, whatsoever thing they do will work out for the freedom of the Amazonian people. And so every fight that has been resurrected to fight against us going to Boya has been the case in the past years, has worked out for our good. And today we are getting to the nucleus of the whole thing, when the courts in America will be able to identify and give real evidence of who have been and who are the kidnappers, the burning of our villages, the burning of our homes with children inside, with mothers inside, the scorched earth policy that has been put in place by the regime, sponsored by France. Now, some of these people will be book, although God has already brought them to book, and that is our trust. America strove in those years and became one of the world's powers when in their motto, it was inscribed, "In God we trust." And they did everything trusting God. It appears science is almost taking over now, and they have asked God to have his place at the back boot. But the Amazonian people have never and will not put God at the back boot. They have put God in the front seat to be the steering, the pilot, to take us to Boya. And God again turned around and said, I look for a man that will stand in the gap so that I should not destroy the people. And he found not only a man, he has found men and women who are sincere, who are faithful, who are honest, even though the world goes by dishonesty and wickedness and lies and all kinds of blasphemies that they are carrying out. But there is a God in heaven that is watching cautiously and is ready to reveal that which is to be revealed. Now, just listen to this while I get back to you. Remember, I'm looking forward to having our barrister in the house with us. All right, let's go. Listen to this music.
If you go right, I'm my father. You know me, you know my name. I'm my father. You know me, you know my name. I'm a father. You know me, you know my name. You know my name more than the air. yelele, 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 yelele. Yeah, yeah. Abba Father, you know.
Thank you very much, brother. Her father knows Ambazonia, and that one is very clear. So, as I was telling you, I'm waiting for my special guest today in the person of Barrister John Frunso, a person you know that has an insight of what is going on in Ambazonia. We will be talking on current affairs, current events, because current events in Ambazonia, they turn out to become history. And so we are presently in the heat of some current events that are making history. And I want Ambazonians and the entire community of the world to know that when we come on ABC, we are not coming to fight, to criticize, or to divide anybody. You see, personally, when I come on our Amba history, I want to share our history just as our Father God, who is the author of history, would have shared it. When he was sharing the history, he came to a particular man who was the love of his heart. He said, David is a man after my heart. And today, a man after God's heart, everybody have heard. If you have ever read the Bible, you must have heard that David committed adultery. You must have heard that he killed somebody and married the wife of that person. That is the God we are talking about. He has no skeletons in the cupboard, and he has nobody that he will hide when that person is not moving in the way that he's supposed to move. A lot of fake people have deceived a lot of people who have lost a lot of things, even to the point that they have even lost their lives because they were credited with being truth and being truthful. Meanwhile, they were lying. And there was nobody to actually come out and point out that this man is lying. And when we come out to point out that this person is lying, go and see what he is doing. Some unfortunate Ambazonians who have attachment to such people, maybe because of friendship, maybe because of external relations, maybe because of one thing or the other, they come out to charge us with telling lies about this person. And look at the way he talks. He talks very, very well about Ambazonia. Sorry, Ambazonians. It's not everybody that is talking well about Ambazonia that is supposed or is taken to be an Ambazonia truly going to Boya. And so with that note, we will cross over to our very special guest today in our Amba history, in the person of Barrister FRU. He is in the house. Barrister, it is our pleasure to have you on this very wonderful program, our Amba history, whose purpose is to educate the Ambazonians to know where they are coming from, whose purpose is to warn them of what is happening, and whose purpose is to let them understand that we have a roadmap to Ambazonia, and that roadmap to Ambazonia is one tree trunk, and that tree trunk has received a lot of self-purging, personal pruning, and some branches are fallen off and still claiming that they are standing on the trunk of the tree. And some gullibles who have not known our history are now shouting that, oh, we should go back, we should go back, we should go back, come back together, and so on. And our greatest question is it the tree trunk to go look for the branches that fell off from the tree? or the branches to come back and say, oh, we have realized and we have come back. So let's work together. So that confusion is still going on there. And so many Ambazonians who are very intelligent have decided to be very myopic in when it comes to these branches that are still making noise out there and shouting and shouting and shouting. Well, let me just allow you to greet the people, and I will come up with the first question that I want you to tell the Ambazonian people as an educative method for them to wake up from sleep. So it is the microphone is with you now. Greet the people of Ambazonia.
Thank you very much, Pastor Commando. Thank you for inviting me for this your very special program. I take this opportunity to greet our people in the home front and to tell them that there is hope. The darkest part of the night is when there is a sign of daybreak. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you.
I also greet our restoration forces that have laid their lives down to ensure that we arrive, Boya. We are all of us are in one train, and those that have been falling off, they are falling off, and the ones that remain in the train will arrive, Boya. Thank you for inviting me. I'm now ready for your questioning.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Yeah, Barrister, there is a popular talk going out there that the interim government is divided. And so many people are calling on the interim government to go join with Marianta, Chris Anu, Yabache, and some of these people who have jumped out from the interim government to make themselves relevant so that they can be in leadership position. What do you have to tell the Ambazonian people about the interim government and these branches that are hanging out there calling for collaboration and unity?
The interim government is only one. There's only one interim government, and the leader of that interim government is His Excellency Dr. Samuel Ekomesako. There is only one interim government. Our people know it. Everybody knows it. Those who are jumping out, they are jumping out for reasons of their own, to go and get money, to try to enrich themselves, to do whatever they want to do to make sure that they betray the cause. But they are wasting their time because we are facing only one direction, Boya. And I want to tell you that all this talk, all this nonsense that Chris Anu and his gang are mounting all over the place will yield no fruits to them. I don't know how they too will arrive, Boya. Or they are going to Yaoundé. Let's watch and see. You know, somebody jumps out of the train in Likumba and bus going back to Douala. You will just know that he is going to Yaoundé. Let's see when he arrives Yaoundé. Whether he will ever arrive Yaoundé is another story. But the fact of the matter is, the interim government is waxing strong. There is no division in the interim government.
Thank you.
There is no. Let me repeat myself. I have been in this interim government for the best part of 3 years now, and I can tell you that there is no division in the interim government.
Okay. All right.
The division, the so-called division that is being manufactured today is La Republique's method of dragging people out of the train and trying to feed them, negotiate them, take them to Canada, feed them, put them in hotels, give them per diem, do all what, but it will end up to nothing. Because this interim government and the people of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia are determined to take back their statehood.
Okay, Barrister, let me come home now.
And there is nothing that is going to stop us.
Okay.
Yes.
You have been on home front at the early stage of this revolution, doing everything to defend our people, and you are very, very conversant with the method La Republique operates in order to weaken any given political party, let me put it that way very clearly. And the method is not only limited to the political parties in this country, but has spread all over and is already eating into different groups that, different places that the La Republic got in touch with and intoxicated them that they can get to Boya. And now when these people got out, they were still shouting Boya, 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 Boya. Now, can you tell us what the interim government, the main branch of the interim government of the President Sako, how he is hindering those people who were by La République du Cameroon, and they are deceiving our people that they are going to Boya. And they started saying, oh, the interim government is weak. Oh, there is no hot fire on the ground. Oh, the interim government has not crossed over. And oh, the interim government is doing this. And now, in what way is the interim government hindering them from reaching out and delivering our people? Now, are there signs to prove that they are part of what La Republic has been doing to destroy anything that is up to take their own country like it is in Ambazonia?
Let me correct you by saying that there is no branch of the interim government. The interim government
Right.
is one,
Okay.
and is divided into it has been decentralized into tiers of government.
Right.
That is from the federal government to the counties and to the local government areas. It
Right.
covers the whole territory of the Federal Republic of Amazonia, and it's one government,
Right.
indivisible.
Right.
So when you talk of branches, I don't know what you're talking about. Those who have fallen on the well side were either deceived or bought over by La République du Cameroon. The case in point, Chris Anu. Another case in point, Ayuk Tabe, whom I spent 10 months of my professional life defending. And when I got to know that Ayuk Tabe had been compromised, I can tell you, Pastor, I was sick for 1 week. Imagine you, well, you are not a lawyer, but if you have a lawyer and you put out an important document, and that document is published all over without your lawyer seeing it, and you are sitting there in jail, and you are expecting the lawyer to defend you, and you put out that kind of document without showing him or showing them, and the lawyer goes to court and finds out that there is such a document, you think the lawyer is going to, how is he a magician? Is he God to know how to argue about a document that he knows nothing about? He dissolved the interim government through the negotiations he had with Ayolo Mvondo, the director of civil cabinet of Mr. Bia, who is still the director of civil cabinet today. He negotiated with him to destroy the interim government and to form what he calls his own interim government in prison. Oh Lord, may the good Lord have mercy on
Ambazonia.
all of us, all Ambazonians. If this man has even read a line ever written or said by Nelson Mandela, he would not have ventured to do what he did. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years. Never once did he betray the ANC in any shape or form. He knew he was in prison, so he was no longer the leader of the ANC. And the leader of the ANC on the ground was Oliver Tambo. And Nelson Mandela would not say or do anything without consultation with Oliver Tambo and his team. Ayuk Tabe, I thought that he was going to stay in prison and be the face of the revolution. He betrayed the cause. He has been secretly meeting with La République du Cameroon, our enemy, our sworn enemy. They even go as far as meeting with the bishop in the bishop's house. And all that ended into nothing. All what they have been doing now, running to Canada, they have now recruited Anyangwe Carlson, Munzo, and the rest of it. All of them have gone to Canada, and some of them are signing documents. I don't know whether it's true or not that they have signed documents. I am a lawyer. I have not seen any document. I'm waiting to see what they have signed. These are people of no consequence. They have nobody on the ground. They cannot fight on the ground. You can only fight when you have troops on the ground. If you don't have boots on the ground, how do you fight? This interim government maintains troops on the ground, and we are going to fight La République du Cameroon to finish till we get to Boya. So, any other group that went to Canada, none of them has boots on the ground. Ayabacho is a proxy fighter for La République du Cameroon. He has been
contracted. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that. He has been contracted and is being paid heavily for killing our people, for killing our troops. Well, if that's what they mean by boots on the ground, the boots on the ground on the side of the enemy are no boots on the ground.
Yeah.
So whatever they have signed there, if they have signed anything, engages only them. We are looking at one direction, Pastor. We are looking at only one direction, and that is Boya. Anybody, history has shown that anybody who betrays a revolution will not live to see the end of that revolution. And it's happening. Let's watch.
Barrister. Yes, Barrister. What I was insinuating was that you know that La République is very good at divide and rule, or divide and conquer. When they got into SDF, they picked out some of the people and told them to form a party. Now, are you seeing, because some Ambazonians are saying that we should come on the air, we shouldn't call the names of some of these people who are still shouting, Ambazonia, we are going to Ambazonia, we are going to Ambazonia. In fact, one person called me from home front and said that we are disgracing ourselves if we go and call the name of Chris Anu, who is actually talking much about, in fact, fighting that we should go to Ambazonia. The other day, he appeared on his television with so many Ambazonian flags all around him, to prove that he is an Ambazonian. And somebody said we should not mention his name because he's fighting Ambazonia. Now, I know that from the days of Ahijo, he was very tactful. And I don't know whether bARR has continued with that. When they arrest a potential politician, they will take a potential policeman who is a CID, pretentiously send him to the jail, and then as he's conversing with the tape on him, he's getting what they are saying about Ahijo and the country, and at the end of the day, that person is eliminated or disappeared, or is still happening today. Now, what I was insinuating was that these tricks of La République du Cameroon over Ambazonia, over all these years, does these Ambazonians who have been deceived and they are still shouting, we are going to Ambazonia, we're going to Ambazonia, and have nothing to show on the ground, that I was asking if there is any way that the interim government has stopped them from carrying out the action that they're supposed to carry out to go to Boya, because they came out of the interim government to form a group so that the group can meet and discuss with La République du Cameroon, not a government.
Listen, Pastor. This interim government has so much work. We don't have time to waste on losers. You call it La Republic is very good at divide and rule. They are good in what? What have they succeeded to do? What have they succeeded to do? Let me tell you something. We are so busy about taking back our
Going to Boya.
statehood, going to Boya. We don't have time to waste on losers, on people that are being used. Look, La Republic cannot forget the crimes of all of us and what they call crimes, because we walked away and they are losing a vital economic hub of their country, which they call their country, the Southern Cameroons. La Republic is living now on the Southern Cameroons oil. Now, you said they have succeeded in divide and rule. They have succeeded in doing what? I fail to see it. These losers will end up the same way like the people before them. Let me tell you, if Yasser Arafat did not get rid of Abdul Nasser, the Palestinians would not have had a homeland. We are not interested in getting rid of anybody. We allow you, if you are jumping into a boiling oil or you are jumping into the sea, as long as the train is facing one direction and there are no mechanical hitches, we will allow you sink, because you prefer to take money and sink rather than go with us. Every time that we stop to refuel, and you jump out, you are taking a risk. You are taking your own risk into your own hands, and we don't have time to stand and wait for you. All these losers, we will look. This is Barrister FRU. I will keep calling Chris Anu's name because to tell you the truth, that man nearly got us. Wherever he is, whatever he's doing now, is of no consequence to this interim government. We have a job to do. First, we have to defend our 3 comrades. Second, we have to continue to drive the train to Boya. We have to continue to do what we have to do on the home front to make sure that our population is protected, to ensure that our people, the boys and girls who have laid down their lives for us, are taken care of. We will not be couched in or bullied by anybody. We are freedom fighters. So, to make a long story short, that your story of La Republic has always succeeded in divide and rule, or is very good at divide and rule, I don't buy it. Because what have they done so far? What have they succeeded to do so far? Can you imagine, Pastor, a well-armed, conventional army of a country cannot defeat people who started with empty hands? And
That's
you sit
God.
there and tell me, that they have succeeded in divide and rule. Ayuk Tabe is now a shadow of himself. Chris Anu is now a shadow of himself. All these other people, Komita Elvis, Carson Anyangwe, Munzo, all of them, they are a shadow of themselves. Let's see where that will take them. La Republic has not succeeded in doing anything because the people that I'm mentioning are not in the train with us to Boya. So they will not arrive.
And they started with us.
And some started with us.
Right. Okay.
Some started
Barrister.
with us. Yes, sir.
Let me come back. Actually, the game plan of La République de Cameroon has never succeeded in making any party win over what their game is, and they have never won over the parties. But what I'm saying is that if they have anything good to do, is to destroy. And they have succeeded in destroying the CMR. SDF is now a shadow of whatever.
Listen to
They
me.
came
Listen to me.
over.
No, Pastor.
Hold on,
Listen.
hold on, hold
Listen
on.
to me. Listen to me. Listen to
They,
me.
okay, okay,
SDF, all those parties you are talking about were incorporated under the La Republic law.
right.
If there are institutions in La Republic, if they destroy them, does that mean that they have destroyed us?
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that they have
No,
destroyed
no, no.
us.
What I'm trying to
No, I'm not
say,
saying that they have
what I'm
destroyed
trying
us.
to,
What I want to say,
what I'm trying to let you know is that
yes,
La Republic has not succeeded in the divide and rule of our country. They started
of
by trying
course,
to separate the northwest and the southwest, or well, the northern zone and the southern zone. But
yeah,
it failed. It
it
failed
failed. I
because
know it has failed.
we were not yet ready.
Yes, yes,
When we got ready, everything collapsed like a pack of cats. So what
yes.
have they succeeded in
That's
doing?
true.
We are solid. We are English speaking people. We know what we want. We will get what we want. No, like our president said in his audio, they have touched us where we are good, and they will see
Mhm.
us, and that is in the courtroom.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, Barrister. Um, there is in our history, I don't want to talk on some of the flying things that I see here and there in social media and so on and so forth. But then there is jubilation and or seemingly jubilation about our three people who have been nabbed, who have been taken in America for questioning. But then the newspapers and other medias in La Republic are publicizing their agents and telling the whole world how that they are climbing down on the Amazonian people who are sponsoring whatever they call it in Amazonia. Now, what is your take and what do you tell Amazonian people? Because many of them are confused and they are sending letters and calling their relations in America, say don't support anything in that interim government because American government and blah, blah, blah. What can you tell the Amazonian people about that?
Well, no shake, no shake. Listen to me. All those people that you see now in La Republic newspapers are the agents of La Republic, that La Republic is now ready to destroy them because they have not delivered. I saw Chris Anu's picture, I saw Eric Tato's picture. Those are all enablers and agents of La Republic. They
I
can
see.
only destroy their own. Those who
I see.
fell off the train are now in the dungeon of La Republic. La Republic is now
Okay.
flashing them to the public to let the public see how they are going. La Republic has a plan to destroy them. That shouldn't bother us. We have done everything to bring everybody together. Each time we do it, they want to come. You invite somebody to the table. He wants to eat and broke your plates. So I don't understand. So whatever is happening, you see all those pictures that they are putting on the newspaper and saying that this has happened, this has happened. Eric Tato was recounting how they broke into his house with guns and so on and so forth. They are beginning to pay. It's the beginning
Okay.
of payment for our people who have been accused by the federal government of the United States. This is the best legal system you can find anywhere in the world. Accusing you doesn't mean that you are guilty.
You are a criminal. That's truth. That's right. I know.
No. So we will punish. In fact, this is going to be a political trial
Yeah.
because our lawyers will be furnished with all the information pertaining to our struggle. From the
Yeah.
time Paul Biya declared war, from the time that our people came out with branches for peace, and the time that we declared our statehood, and the time that Paul Biya declared war on us, we will bring that to bear in the courtroom.
And I'm
And they
sure
would
that Reverend Wesco will not be forgotten.
listen. This America is is a government with three branches: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. The legislature and the executive know our case even better than some of us. But this is the first time the judiciary will be made to know exactly what is happening to us. So it is a non-event. I have read through the indictment. The indictment it's easily winnable because the declarations I see in there, they don't add up, and we are
Okay.
waiting. We are waiting for the time that they will produce those witnesses, and we will know
Yeah.
that those are the enablers that have been foiling and misguiding the judicial system. But you know, in America, when you are accused, it doesn't mean you are guilty.
Yeah.
Those who accuse you must prove beyond the reasonable doubt
Doubt. Yeah.
that you are guilty. So our
Yeah.
three brothers don't have anything to fear because uh, uh, they will be free.
Yeah.
It's not a case. Salah tried it in California and failed. So he thinks he will get it in Kansas City. It is not even him, eh? Wherever this thing is coming, that idiot has nothing to do with it. He's claiming
Yeah.
responsibility for something that he doesn't know even how it came.
Yeah.
But we are up to the task. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Some people have been inquiring and trying to know the current events of the interim government, which sincerely I know that interim government will not come here and lay out its plan for them to know what is going to happen tomorrow. But interim government can really recount what has happened and what happened yesterday. Now, from
Yes.
the inception of our fight between La Republique when they tried to take our country about 62 years ago, because next year will soon make it 62. Now, of all the fight and the background that has been laid down, has there been a period that the international community and the people of Ambazonia have been very much aware of the difference between La République du Cameroon and the former British Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, than these few years that we have been in this battle?
I tell you that this is the most successful period that this struggle has seen. This struggle started immediately after La République du Cameroon invaded our territory on the 30th of September 1961.
Right.
They came in with their troops as if they had it was a captured territory, and since then they have remained on our territory and claiming that we are together when we are not. There is nothing, no book, nothing on the books to show that we ever joined them. Nothing, nothing, absolutely nothing except their guns. They brought their gendarmes, carried us, intimidated us, closed down our government, closed down our parliament, closed everything, stole our marketing board, stole our power camp, stole every economic live wire that we had. For 60 years, our people, our old parents died without knowing what was happening. But the leaders, Foncha, Mona, Endele, and so on, They never signed any document anywhere. So, Pastor, this is the best period of this revolution because young people have stood up, and this generation has stood up and said, not anymore. We are taking back our country. We were given independence by a vote of the United Nations in Resolution 1608 on the 21st of April 1961. The provisions of that resolution were never respected. And so we have taken back our independence. Just like La Republic walked away in 1984, we too have walked away. And why are they fighting us? Because without us, La
They
Republic
cannot
may not
survive.
be able to survive. Well, you want to know that you want to know, read the economic evaluation of the United Nations Economic Council. Southern Cameroon's
Okay.
Ambazonia contributes more than between 65 and 70% of the GDP of Cameroon.
Right. That's known.
CDC, Pamol, the oil, they have been drilling for many years, since 1970. They have been drilling oil on our territory. Is that why they will decide now to slaughter us? 45. We have lost 45,000 of our people. We have lost more than 600 villages. All of them, all destroyed. Our children have been killed. Our old ones have been killed. We are standing tall, and this generation will arrive Boya and take back our sovereignty. That is it.
Does America know this? And have they done anything
Let
to
me tell
bring
you,
the
you may
perpetrators?
think that America does not know. America knows everything even better than you and me from the beginning, when we were not even born.
Okay.
They know our history. They know everything. They are watching.
So have they forgotten? Have they forgotten Reverend Charles Wisco?
No. America never forgets anything. Why are you asking these questions? They are doing what they have to do. They are watching. Look, they want to see their judicial system play out on these three cases. Because first of all,
Okay.
Ambazonia has never been declared a terrorist organization by anybody
That's right.
throughout the world. Ambazonians are known as freedom fighters fighting to take back their country.
Right.
And Ambazonians did not have a standing army. All they are depending upon are on their citizens. Like us,
Yeah.
like some of us here abroad, we have a moral duty to defend our people before La Republic kills everybody. Self-defense
That's
is a
right.
universal right.
Right.
And you
I
cannot
think
do self-defense
President.
with empty hands. We don't have an organization that supplies us arms. We do everything from our own hands. We
Yeah.
fight these people from our own ingenuity. We don't have anything to do with trafficking of arms. We have never done that, but we make sure that we send money back there for our people to be defended and and be protected from genocide. And we can cite cases of genocide that have already taken place. You have Ngabu, which America knows very well. You have Santa, that is is it a wing? Pinyin, the Pinyin massacre. You have Bali, where they killed so many people and roasted them. You have Baban Kitungo, where they slaughtered people. There are so many incidences of genocide perpetrated on us by a well-equipped conventional army of La République du Cameroon. They declared war and they fought us with empty hands. until we are able to find something that we can use to defend ourselves. This is this world. This world, if you don't have a means of defending yourself, they will kill you.
Yes,
If we had what we have
barrister, I
now,
think,
if we had what we have now, they would not be able to kill 45,000 of our people. Every day you read
yeah.
in the international press, they talk of 3,000, 3,000. 3,000 has been mentioned since 5 years today. But our people have been dying. You see?
Yes,
You see the international
yes,
conspiracy?
yeah, barrister. I know that Kenyans who stood up to defend themselves, some of them were killed, and those who refused to stand up and kill them and defend themselves were taken out of their homes and killed, and so many other atrocities that are being committed in Ambazonia. And I think that, like you rightly said, America knows everything and is seeing everything. I take to President Trump, who actually took some actions, boycotted support and other things because of human rights abuses that La Republic was meting out on Cameroon, on Ambazonia. And today, La Republique de Cameroon is rejoicing that they in La Republique de Cameroon have come in to take people in Ambazonia who have no bearing and no anything to do with La Republique de Cameroon, and they are presenting them to the courts of America as if they are Cameroonians, and they have nothing to do with Cameroon. Because number one, these people, first of all, are Americans. Number two, they came from Ambazonia, because La Republique does not accept dual nationality. Definitely, they had denounced La Republique du Cameroon because they were still bearing their name at that time. But now that Ambazonians have come out for self-defense, ignorant people and people who are knowledgeable and they want to continue to keep other people in ignorance are spreading stories and singing news. In fact, in the television of La Republique, it was even announced there that our president, President Sako, was one of the persons that was arrested. And this frightened a number of Ambazonians who know that Sako is out to defend homeland and take us down to Boya. Now, in conclusion, our time is up. I would like the legal mind. Remember, I fondly call you my learned friend, and I ascribe educated friend to myself. So this is a learned friend and an educated friend, just discussing on the way forward. So, what will you tell Ambazonians at home and abroad concerning the continuous support for us to defend ourselves? I know that a certain young man called me and said, "Oh, our historian, I am in Yaoundé. I am there to do this and that and that and that." I said, "Who sent you there? Is it the interim government?" He said, "No, he went on his own," and he mentioned one person's name that said sent him there. I said, "That person is of his own." We are defending our national territory that has boundaries in Bekoko and has boundaries in Matazim. That is what we are defending from La Republique de Cameroon. We don't need their land. We have enough for ourselves. So if you cross over there, you are on your own. The interim government has nothing to say, and I have nothing to tell you. He said, "Okay, what do you tell me now?" I say, "My young man, get back to your village, join your LGA, join your county, and defend your homeland." That's when the interim government will step in to say, "Okay, you are part and part of this battle that is going on." So what will you tell the Ambazonians after all this saga and this distraction and the personal militias that some so-called Ambazonians have actually been bought over to sell these people? Many of them have died. Unfortunately, they cannot hear what we are talking today. So what will you tell those who are still alive and are still being deceived so
All
they
right.
can get sense and come out?
Okay.
Over to you.
Listen, Ambazonians, listen to me very carefully. We are in a struggle, a revolution. and we will have bombs along the way. Dr. Sako is well and hearty and is doing his work. Nobody has questioned him. He has never been questioned for all these 6 years. He is the leader of this struggle of the interim government. He remains the undisputable leader of this interim government. Nothing has happened to him. I'm informing all Ambazonians to know that we have only 3 of our people that were indicted. They are the former chairman of Ngokutundia, Frank Cheney, the former treasurer of Ngokutundia, Mr. Klochi, and the former spokesperson of Ngokutundia, Mr. Nestor Langmi. These are all members of the interim government, the tiers of government. Some of them have moved up into the federal government. But let me tell you, if you think that anything will happen to these our comrades, think again. We have taken the best legal minds money can buy. Our case is a political case coined under violation of certain provisions of US law. They say we are sending money and financing people to fight against the government of Cameroon. What money can we raise that will get to the budget of the military budget of La République du Cameroon? A conventional force. They say we kidnap people and take ransom, and we share the ransom. That will do money laundering. Money laundering. When you send your money to your people, you are accused of money laundering. Is it somebody's money that you are taking and sending to your people? We are protecting our population that has come under attack by La République du Cameroon. Please don't let what is happening bother you in the home front. Stay strong, and we will continue to ensure that you are defended by our vibrant Ambazonia Restoration Forces. They are there to save you. They are there to protect you, and nothing has changed. This small thing that has happened, we the lawyers working with the defense lawyers that will be doing the case, we are going to help them to understand that we are not guilty of any offense in the United States. These are people who left Ambazonia a long time ago, chased out by La République du Cameroon. As young people, they came here, went to school, they have done well, they are now American citizens. And they cannot stand by, just like the Israelis who are here in the United States cannot stand by and see Israel lack anything to defend itself. Or Palestinians who are here in the United States cannot sit by and see their people being attacked by Israel. So we have a right to self-defense, just like the Israelis have, just like the Palestinians have, just like everybody else, every
The
freedom fighter around
Ukrainians.
the world has.
The Ukrainians.
Are you telling me? Are they telling us that Ukraine, that the Russians have a right to invade Ukraine? Ukraine has a right to defend itself. Is it because they are white people and we are blacks? I don't know, but we will bring that to bear in the courtroom. Please, Ambazonians, continue to do what you do best. We will get our homeland. In the very near future, I can tell you that we are, like I said before, the darkest part of the night is an indication of day dawn.
Thank you
We
very
will
much,
arrive.
Barrister.
We will have our money. Our country and our money, and we will take back everything that La République stole from us. all our natural resources, all our human resources that they are using in Yaoundé. You know, the best civil servants in Cameroon are Ambazonians.
Right.
They
Yeah.
think they have a right to our people. No. We will do everything to protect our people, every one of them, and we'll bring them home to rebuild our nation.
Yes, Barrister.
These Ambazonians stay fast, stay steadfast. There is nothing happening. There are issues that are normal in any revolution. And we are up to the task. We will continue. We are drafting this coming Saturday. We will be drafting this coming Saturday to reinforce our self-defense on the ground. You can be sure of that we will defend against people killing you, killing your children. Can you imagine a child is in a car going to school and the Republic shoots a bullet and kills the child inside the car? And nobody is saying that. Nobody has charged anybody from La Republic with that. I don't know. Is it because they are American citizens that they should not, they should just close their eyes and watch their relatives and their families slaughtered? No. We are not gouging in. We will continue to make sure that our people are protected, to make sure that we take back our nation, and God being our helper, it will be very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Barrister FRU. It's always a pleasure having you come around. And I'm not going to hesitate to tell the people of Ambazonia and our televiewers that Barrister FRU will definitely come back to our program, our Amba history, and then answer some more questions and educate us more as to what we have to do and what we have to avoid. With that note, I want to say, Barrister, greet your people once again and say bye-bye as we come to the end of this particular program. Over to you.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak directly to our people on the home front, to speak directly to my children who are members of the Ambazonia Restoration Forces, and to tell them that they are covered. We have their backs covered. We will do everything for them to be able to defend our people on the ground so that our people should not be killed like roaches. We are working very hard to ensure that they too, even those that are wounded are taken care of, that they have something to eat, and that they will continue to defend the territorial integrity of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, the Southern Cameroon, British Southern Cameroon as it then was. Thank you very much, Pastor, for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Barrister. That was Barrister Nsofru, whom you know very well, who stood his grounds on home front and defended our Naira 10 that at the end of the day turned out to be something else. Next time when we'll have Barrister Fru on the ABC, we shall ask him questions like, La Republic not obeying international laws in anything because they have France backing them. Should we go into lawlessness because La Republic is doing it and nothing is happening? This is going to be our next episode when we get Barrister Fru come on ABC. Meanwhile, all of you who are on home front, the ARFs, we have said that our history is built on honesty, justice, and sincerity. And for that reason, get back to your county, get back to your LGA, defend your land from your home, and don't join any private militia, no matter what they are telling you, because they will instruct you to go do things that are against the international laws and the laws of Ambazonia. And at the end of the day, you shall be left alone. So we are here to continuously educate you and to warn you of the frivolous Ambazonians who have joined hands with La Republic and they are carrying out these acts of bestiality, of savage. And I also want to let you know that an average Ambazonian wants to go back to Ambazonia. Even John Gute, he is desiring to get back to Ambazonia. All of them are praying that this issue end, and the interim government has an open hand policy that if you repent and the scales that a single group of La Republic put in your eyes falls and you come back to your senses, interim government says you are an Ambazonian, your dirty clothes will be washed, the water will be thrown away, and you will not be thrown away. All right, with that note, we come to the end of our program today, our Amba history. Don't go away. Very soon you'll be having Hour of Freedom coming your way with Reverend Dr. Victor, and we'll go from there. But then